considering what I have just expressed and understood, I, like everything else, come from nothing, and the world is a reflection of myself as a thinking entity, and I would like to read a passage from Jakob Böhm, the German mystic, who says, "The eternal free will has introduced itself into darkness, pain, and source, and so also through the darkness into the fire and light, even into a kingdom of joy, in order that the nothing might be known in the something." So the fact that anything exists, the world or me, is a product of the eternal free will extracting itself from its own non-being and coming into being. So, strictly speaking, this moment of self-extraction from nothingness and coming into being has already occurred, but I am in the process of understanding that what I say in these videos, I know myself partly from a singular aspect, me as an empirical individual. I broadly know some of the general outlines of my transcendental self, if we might call it that. But the world does not know me in a way. The world, which as of now I believe is a reflection of myself, the world does not know it. And I make the decision to reveal my singular empirical identity to the world, because whatever comes on the internet is on the web of consciousness, and so that I might introduce myself as a singular individual with a transcendental self into my own world, my own being, while letting it be known to my own being, my other, which confronts me as an other, to let it know me in my singular aspect. And this is, in Hegelian language, the universal which singularizes itself. Strictly speaking, it's already the case, but it becomes conscious for the universal. And by doing this, by descending into my own creation, not as a singular individual, but as a transcendental principle, I will encounter opposition from my own unconscious self, which presents itself to me in the form of an other. I will encounter hatred and rejection and lack of understanding, which I understand the necessity because I am confronting myself with my subconscious self. And yeah, so there's another passage from Jacob Böhm who says, "Love's desire is for complete illumination, display, and representation to itself." And I have not read Also sprach Zarathustra from Nietzsche, but I understand the general trend. I don't need to read the specific aspects. I understand the general idea. That what he calls the overman or the Übermensch actually is God having descended into itself as a limited, empirical, human individual. And this human aspect of God is not capable of confronting its own negativity. And in order to accept and to reconcile itself with its own negativity, it has to become an Übermensch, a superhuman, an overman in his will and understanding. So this is where intelligence as a rational principle and will as an exteriorization of the inner determinations of the mind coincide, is that it is both an act of the intellect and of the will, that God as an abstract nothingness shall plunge himself into his own creation and be willing to be confronted by his own inner negativity, and from this negation of himself to come back into understanding of itself. And there's a song by Rammstein titled Ich will, and from Hegel's point of view, music is the manifestation of absolute spirit to itself, which says, Ich will, dass ihr mir vertraut, ich will, dass ihr mir glaubt, ich will eure Blicke spüren, ich will jeden Herzschlag kontrollieren, ich will eure Stimmen hören, ich will die Ruhe stören, ich will, dass ihr mich gut seht, ich will, dass ihr mir versteht, ich will eure Fantasie, ich will eure Energie, ich will eure Hände sehen, ich will in Beifall untergehen. Versteht ich mich? This is the manifestation in art form through music of the eternal free will, and the eternal free will wills only self-understanding, and it wants you, the other, which is actually itself in an alienated form, to understand. It wants that the other understands itself as the manifestation of this primordial abstract free will. And this is what this song expresses, and this is what, as in the process of the understanding of myself, I want. as of now. That I plunge myself into my own creation, into which I am already, but I am within my creation while still being removed from it. And by revealing my empirical identity, everyone will be able to know me and to confront me, for better and for worse, and that I must accept, because every negativity that I encounter is my own negativity. So it is an aspect of myself with which I have to make peace in order to know myself and to be at rest and to be complete. And yeah.